Our sponsors: The Finkley Experience, HBCU First, The Jamal Bakes Morning Show, J&J Leadership Academy. Thank you for your contributions towards The Michael Finkley Show. Hello everybody, it's Michael Finkley with The Michael Finkley Show.
And I'm Nicole with Conversations with Nicole. You can join me Wednesdays at 9 a.m. on all of my streaming platforms.
Well, Nikki, don't forget about The Michael Finkley Show, Mondays, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the CTR Media Network.
Join us!
On the next Michael Finkley, from the Tubi Original Movie, Invasive, Francis Chouler stops by. He tells us how he got the role, what he's working on next, and he answers the question. Francis, here's the moment. What is your next biggest dream? Don't miss it. Monday.
There's a new familiar face this time. Say hello to the new daytime. See it everywhere you go. New and the greatest show. It's no other than the Michael Finkley Show. There is no other. He's like no other. I'm so glad that someone resonates with me. Come celebrate with me. It's time to make it feel.
Everybody, welcome back to the Michael Finkley Show. Now, my next guest, I had to go across the seas, across the land, all the way to South Africa for this interview because I was in love with this movie that I saw literally just recently. And I'm like, I got to have him on because I want to get more and hear how he prepared for this role. I got to tell you, he's actor himself, Francis Chouler. How are you?
Hi, Michael. Thank you so much for having me, and great to be here from all the way on the African continent.
Yes, South Africa. South Africa. It's on my list. It's definitely on my list. One of the places I want to visit before I leave this world. So I gotta ask, Francis, the world of acting for you. Did you always know that you wanted to belong in front of a camera?
Not necessarily in front of a camera. I mean, camera work evolved out of my acting work that was predominantly on stage. I was like, I think you guys call it like a theater kid.
Yeah.
And I was on stage since I was a young child, and I was at a school that had like a drama group, and I was in the school plays, and I just loved it. And I was very fortunate enough to have a community and a family that was very supportive of my work. And it was possible for me without much resistance to pursue what I wanted to. I had to support myself while I did it, but I didn't have like negative talk around pursuing something that you love. And so I was very like one-pointed about it. I was very focused. I knew I wanted to be an actor. I went from school, I took a gap year, then I went and studied theater. And then when I was studying theater, I thought, I want to do camera. I want to do film work as well. So we didn't get much training in that. So I would like practice like how to not move my face. Like, how do I not move my face? That's what I thought film acting was. Like, don't be expressive. Don't make a face. Like, I just started auditioning, and I think I auditioned for like 2 years or something without getting any parts. I was just like so committed to this that it didn't matter that I didn't get anything. I was like in it for the long haul. Yeah.
And that's good to say because it was already inside of you. It's something that you wanted to do, something that you want to pursue. So again, you went after it wholeheartedly. At what point did you know that I can make a career out of this?
I mean, I didn't actually. I just wanted to do the thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so I didn't think I really understood how the industry worked, what work there was, what work there wasn't, how hard it was. And I mean, I think sometimes that's a good thing, because if you really could comprehend how challenging the creative industries are, you wouldn't even start. So you kind of have to have a little bit of blindness and just want to do it for the love of it. And, if you just want to do it because it's so interesting to you, then you just go wherever you can go to get the thing, and the industry is where it's happening because the amateur stuff, the for fun stuff is like not stimulating enough. Like I want, like, can I be better? Like, can I do this? So there's a huge like sense of challenge in it. And I think a lot of people are drawn to these industries, whether it's like in visual art or performing arts, because they know subconsciously, like, it's pretty impossible. Like, so if I can do it, like maybe I'm special. Like maybe I have something to offer. So there's like a little sneaky challenge in there. And I was very ambitious and very keen for that challenge. And I started getting roles in drama school, out of drama school, got my first big film role, also playing the antagonist in a Bollywood film, like in my final year.
Mhm.
And so that's when I thought, oh, okay, if I can get this role like straight out of drama school, then maybe I can make a career out of this.
Mm, interesting. Wow. Does the love of it keep you going, keep you motivated?
Yeah, because it's hard, and I don't think why would you put up with these challenges like if you didn't really care? So I don't think one does yeah, like you would just, and people do leave the industry all the time. Like sometimes a lot of people want success immediately, mostly because it's too scary, right? To go 5 years without any visible results.
Right.
But practically, a lot of it is sometimes just like still being there after 5, 10 years. Like you're still there, you're still available, you're still working on your craft. And then the role that's right for you is suddenly there. And the three other guys left already. They had kids and like became plumbers, like whatever, like not that there's anything wrong with having kids, and you can have kids as an artist too, or being a plumber, but it's like sometimes it's just still being there. Yeah.
Wow. And we know that in everything, including this, it's a process, right? And the process I learned in doing this and going through a process of my own, right, is that the process is for you, but the results are for everyone else. What have you learned in this process about Francis?
Yeah, well, it's interesting because I think in let's put it this way, in exploring multiple roles over time, and this role in Invasive is like a fantastic example of the deliciousness that one gets to explore as an actor. It's almost like getting a chance to live like multiple lives and live inside different people's skin. I mean, there's like an old phrase like walk a mile in my shoes, and then, like you might know a thing or two about. And that's what we get to do as actors, is you get to climb inside someone else's reality, and in doing so, you explore parts of yourself that may surprise you. You may look at this character of Invasive who's like, oh, he's like a bad guy, and you may find all sorts of parts of him that are also in you. Equally, you have to suspend some of your, worldviews and explore others, and that makes you a more compassionate person and more interested in what makes other people who they are. But in terms of like what have I learned about Francis, well, that's actually a bit of a like opening like a Pandora's box, because as you explore, you realize, oh, but where are the limits of Francis? Sometimes so you actually, it's almost the opposite of finding yourself. You sort of find that that the limits are actually quite large, and you can end up, after doing a lot of work for many years, of going, well, I don't quite know where Francis ends, you know. But I feel like that's an expansive thing, and it's expanding me. I think for people who have a very narrow definition of themselves, like I'm this, I'm this, and I'm this, and I'm not that, and I'm not that, like that's very limiting, and there's like a tension in there. As you expand the possibilities of yourself, it enables you to connect with other people.
Hmm. That's an awesome perspective. It really, really is, because again, just going back to the fact of the process, right? You don't know what it's going to entail, but at the end of the day, we embrace it, and it makes us who we are as a being. So I really love that perspective. Thank you for sharing that. You mentioned Invasive. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. A Tubi Original Invasive. When I came across it, just literally a few days ago, I'm like, oh my gosh, this man is crazy. This man is crazy. He loves his privacy, he loves his house, he's doing his own thing, right? All this stuff. You got to go watch it if you family if you've not seen it. How did this role come your way?
Yeah, it came to me in a beautiful way. So this film, along with some other films for Tubi, Tubi is trying to scale up and compete in this market of bigger production budgets, and they did like a slate of movies, and they shot three of them here in South Africa with an all South African crew, except for the director, and an all South African cast. And so, like a lot of people are aware of Australian actors, British actors in lead roles in American film and television, but South Africa is kind of like the next and probably last frontier of English-speaking actors who have not yet, until now, more and more been like brought to an international audience. So it's a really exciting moment for us. And Kosi Ngema, who can also be seen in Blood and Water. She's the other lead in the movie. Blood and Water is a fantastic series on Netflix if you haven't watched it. It's like the South African version of Elite, that French school drama. But so they came and shot and wanted to shoot Invasive here, and I have a great relationship with the casting director who they hired here in South Africa to help the American casting director. And I'd gotten a few of my last roles through her. And so she actually pitched me to the producers and the network. And they actually wrote this role for a Canadian actor who I won't name, but they couldn't get him at the time for reasons also that I won't go into. And so the role was suddenly up, and I just came in at the right moment. And Jem Gerard, the director, loved my take on the role, which was quite, like off. And we just, it was just like a great match. And Jem and I got on really, really well. And there was just a mutual understanding of like what was possible with this kind of role. And I felt like all the work that I've been doing in my own life, it was like just right for what I wanted to do with this role. And I just knew what I wanted to do with him. And I did like a tape, and that was it. Like they just cast me off that tape. It was like the tape was like one of the scenes in the movie, like exactly that kind of interpretation.
Oh, wow. Like I said, it is an incredible film. I love the psycho horror aspect of it all.
Mhm.
That's just my genre. I love it. How did you prepare?
Yeah, so I mean, for those who haven't watched, like Invasive is a film about a young girl who's like having family difficulties, and she's kind of squatting in like rich people's homes when they're away. And she makes the fatal almost error of like squatting in the guy who I play's home, and it ends up getting quite dark. And you meet this guy, and he's very charming, little bit off. And then you kind of, as the movie progresses, you realize how off he is and what's really going on in this house. And it gets quite dangerous for the main character, for the girl. So yeah, like my task, I felt like it was such a great script. It's like so tight. It's so easy to, it's so watchable. I really felt like it was a disservice to just play him as like blatantly evil. And also he's trying to do something really worthwhile. He's just going about it in dubious ways. And I mean, without naming names, like there's quite a lot of people in the world these days who are using technology and other things to do good things, but the way they're going about them and their ego and how they dictate like how these things are done get in the way. So I didn't feel like I felt like I had a lot of real world examples of megalomaniacs, basically, and often they are men. And then I also felt like I had a handle on this kind of like what are the name of those people online who are like incels? You know, it's like people who are just like socially like awkward. And I mean, like take Elon Musk, like he can't communicate. You know, I think he's diagnosed on the spectrum, or I don't know if it's public knowledge, but it's certainly like, you know, he is different, and I wanted to play with that kind of thing.
Gotcha.
So I really felt like I had a lot of stuff to draw on, both internally with my own experience of my own neurodiversity and in like the way power is used and abused in the world. And so I kind of had a sense of what I wanted to do with him. And it's almost like I just had to find my way to each scene, like, okay, how are we going to play? It was more just like mapping it out. Okay, well, we don't want to give away too early.
Right.
We want, like, I wanted people to want to like be attracted to him and then be like very, very sorry that they felt that way. That's what I want.
Well done. Well done, I must say. But big fam, don't go away, because when we come back, Francis is going to play one of our newest games, our segment entitled Did You Know? Don't you go away, back in a moment.
Yo, what's up, everybody? This is your boy Kenny Lewis of Kenny Lewis and One Voice, and you're watching my boy Michael Finkley on the Michael Finkley Show.
Call on Jesus.
On the next Michael Finkley, the international saxophone phenomenon is here. Richard Shaw Jr. He tells us about his amazing talent and passion. And two saxophones, okay? Where did this come from? Monday. HBCU First. HBCU First Incorporated is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. HBCU First is a student-led community advancing the well-being and economic participation of America's Black youth. As the leading HBCU internship and mentoring academy, we empower elite students from 70-plus historically Black colleges and universities with in-demand college-to-career skills. For more information, visit their website, www.hbcufirst.com. Hello everybody, it's Finkley from the Finkley Experience. We're an educational consulting firm that specializes in first-generation education. So we assist students with their college and career endeavors. We train school administrators on the state of first-generation students. And also, we partner with colleges and universities to assist their first-generation population for easy transition from high school to college. So if you're looking for a presenter or speaker that presents on these topics and so much more, visit our website at thefinkleyexperience.com and learn about all that we do. We're looking forward to working with you. Hello everybody, welcome back to the Michael Finkley Show. We're still chatting with Francis here. I'm telling you, I'm having an awesome time. And again, Fink family, if you've not seen the Tubi Original Movie, Invasive, go see it. Go. But Francis gets to play one of our newest segments, Did You Know? I love this one. So, Francis, you have you've been in the limelight for a while, and some things that your fans still don't know about you. So, what are some of those things that we still don't know about Francis?
Okay. Um, I started out the first thing I did in my career as performer was I was a magician, and I was actually quite good at it, and I competed and I won the South African Junior Magic Championships when I was like 15. So I was like a proper nerd, like performing nerd, yeah.
Whoa, what? Are you still? Did you stop?
No, I stopped.
Oh my God, to win an award. That's fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually invited by Siegfried and Roy. I don't know if how well known they still are to compete in Las Vegas in the international championships. And then Roy got mauled by his tiger and the whole thing fell through.
Wow. So if
So
that
if
incident
Roy wasn't mauled
happened,
by his tiger, then maybe I would have had a different career.
wow, wow. Did you know? Think that when we come back, Francis tells us his next biggest dream. Don't go away. Hey Think Fam, join us Wednesdays for Wednesday Wishes, your inspirational moment, available on all social media platforms. Looking for some of the best soul food right here in Mullen, South Carolina? I promise you, come on down to Garden Alley.
Our grape salad's fabulous, our water gained, our potato salad, our chicken is fresh, macaroni and cheese is salted to perfection. I haven't found anything that's not great. Best ever.
Banana pudding, cakes, pies. Yeah. Selection is huge. Garden Alley is an awesome place to eat. I really love it.
Come by and see the amazing staff at Garden Alley, downtown Mullins.
Hi guys, welcome to Awaken. We wanted to serve the city of Mullins. We are church owned, and we felt like a coffee shop was such a huge need in the city of Mullins. There's nowhere for people to just come, get a cup of coffee, sit with friends, maybe do some work on the laptop, and so we feel like it was a service that we could give back to the city. Well, our hope is that people will feel calm, that they'll feel welcome, that it'll be a place where they can come and just clear their mind.
We come here twice a day. That's how good their smoothies, their coffee, their lattes, frappes, delicious. I would love the atmosphere here. If I had time to come and just sit and relax, I would. It's awesome.
One thing that I really love about it being here is just the cozy environment. It's so inviting. I can come in here and I can get my schoolwork done, a good coffee and a good meal. But I'm just really thankful that they're here and that I have a good place to go.
We're open Tuesday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. and Saturday from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Awaken Coffee Bar, downtown Mullins.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Ursula Robinson, Miss Linda from Tyler Perry's Divorce in the Black, and you're watching the only show to watch, the Michael Finkley Show.
On the next Michael Finkley, the international saxophone phenomenon is here. Richard Shaw Jr. He tells us about his amazing talent and passion. And two saxophones, okay? Where did this come from? Monday. All right, Francis, here's the moment. What is your next biggest dream?
Well, I've been really fortunate as an actor to work with many different fantastic Oscar-winning directors and observe some of the best actors in the world working. And, you know, for many, many years, I was played the small roles and the walk-on parts. And I used that time to watch and observe. And I've long dreamt of directing myself. And since COVID, I've been slowly like putting in place the pieces in order to make that happen. And actually, a couple of weeks ago, I got the funding that I needed to make my first short film, which I co-wrote with a writer, and I'm going to direct. So my next biggest dream is about to come true, and I'll be directing, and I can't wait.
Congratulations! Wow, that is fantastic. So what does that look
And
like?
it's a
What is
great
that?
compliment.
Oh,
It's a
definitely.
great compliment to being an actor to direct, and I think many actors make, some great directors have come from being an actor. Even Ron Howard started out as an actor, and many people don't actually remember like that he was a TV actor on Happy Days before he became one of the most successful directors. What does that look like? What did you ask?
Yes, what does that look like? What does that time frame look like? You know that everything is
Right. Well,
still
it's
fresh.
So we just beginning pre-production, and we hope to shoot early in the new year. Then there'll be a couple months of post-production, and then we'll start submitting the film for to festivals but it's really also like for the love of it, I went commercial with my acting in the sense of like I had to make a career out of it, because in order to devote the time to it. But with my directing, I really want it to be for the love of the work and the stories that I want to tell. I don't need to make money from it. I don't need to make a career out of it. It's really just for the work.
I'm excited for you. So that means that you have to come back in the new year when everything begins, and we have to
I'll
talk
send
about
you the film. Yeah, I'll send you the film. Yeah.
I will love it. I will love it. Again, congratulations to you. That's fantastic. Whoa. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Are you proud of yourself?
I am. I'm very proud of myself. I'm not proud of myself for my achievements or the films that I've been in, because there's luck and what you look like and all of that stuff. But I'm proud of the community around me, and I'm proud to work with, I'm proud to marry like skill and craft with like heart and care. And I think anyone who can hold, like work with their heart in their work deserves to feel proud. And I think it's no small feat to make a career out of something you love. It takes a lot of, when you care about something, it matters more. It's harder to let things go. It's meaningful, and so that makes it a bigger effort, and so that deserves commendation. So I do commend myself and everyone who's still in this industry after more than a decade.
Yes, sir. Dreams still come true. Dreams still come true. How can we follow you on social media, and how can we watch again Invasive?
Please watch Invasive, and please tell me what you thought of the ending, what you thought of the character development, what your first impressions were of this guy, and then like what your reactions are as it develops. And you can watch it on Tubi in the UK and in America. And you can follow me. I'm only on Instagram at Francis Chouler, and you'll put the spelling of that somewhere because that's a little tricky.
I got you. It's all covered. It's gonna be in the description below. I got you covered, Francis. I really do. I thank you so much for being with us, and just again, oh my gosh, I've enjoyed it. Thank you for saying yes, and congratulations again.
Thank you. And I love that there's interest in this film and in my work from all across the seas.
There we go. You're known, sir. I'm just saying, you're known. Thank you again. Thank you. Think fam, thank you so much for watching, and always remember to pursue your dreams. Have a good one.
as life passes by, reaching for the stars that sit on high.